Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take source material, dig into it, and hopefully pull out some really important nuggets of knowledge, maybe some surprising insights too. Today, we're doing a really unique deep dive. It's based on excerpts from a source called the Invisible Paintbrush. Sounds kind of whimsical, right?
It really does. And our mission here, I think, is to explore how something that seems absent, not there, can actually have a huge impact.
Yeah.
And what that tells us about, well, creativity and perception itself. It really challenges how we usually think about things.
Absolutely. Like, imagine a world where the best art, the stuff that really moves you, isn't something you see. Not with your eyes, anyway. It's more something you feel deep down. Or maybe, like, the wind on your face tells you it's there. And that's exactly where the story kicks off. In this lovely little town called Tumbleweed, we meet Nina Noodle, a young painter, and she's already pretty imaginative. The source mentions squirrels and sunglasses.
Right, flying sandwiches.
Flying sandwiches and dancing daisies with mustaches, that kind of thing.
Very whimsical.
Yeah. But then she finds something in Grandma Dot's attic.
Yeah.
And it's completely unexpected, and it really changes everything for her. Okay, so let's unpack this discovery. So picture this. Dreary afternoon, raining outside. Nina's up in Grandma Dot's attic. I'm already kind of buzzing with ideas, just poking around. And she stumbles on a paintbrush. Okay, normal enough.
What?
But yeah, here's the kicker. It's a paintbrush with no bristles. None at all.
Right, which is immediately weird.
Totally. And there's this little note tied to it. Super cryptic. Just says, for those who see with their heart. So right from the start, this paradoxical tool, this bristle-less brush. What's the source suggesting here? What's the significance?
Well, what's really fascinating is that first reaction. Then it's like, total bewilderment. And I think that's deliberate. It's meant to challenge our normal idea of what a tool for creativity even is.
Yeah, a paintbrush needs bristles, right?
Exactly. It defies its own purpose. So the source uses that absurdity, that paradox, to kind of signal, okay, we're stepping outside the usual rules here. And that note, for those who see with their heart, it's not just a label, is it? It's more like an instruction.
An instruction manual, yeah, for a new way of seeing, or maybe not seeing.
Precisely. A new way of feeling art, maybe.
Okay, so it gets even weirder or more magical, I guess. She tries it out, dips this bristle-less thing in water, swirls it around, expecting, well, probably nothing, right?
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And the source says, nothing happened. And then it adds, until a cloud giggled.
A giggling cloud.
A giggling cloud. I mean, that's such a bizarre, unexpected image for that kind of aha moment.
It really is.
So what's this peculiar non-visual cue a giggle telling us about the reality Nina's starting to access?
This is really where the source starts to show its hand.
Yeah.
That giggling cloud, it's not just there to be cute or whimsical. It's the very first, very subtle sign that whatever this brush does, the results aren't meant for your eyes.
Ah, okay.
It immediately shifts our focus.
Right.
Away from sight, towards, well, maybe sound in this case.
Right.
Or maybe just a feeling, like pure joy or amusement.
Yeah.
The author's basically guiding us, the readers, alongside Nina, to get that the art here isn't visual. It's beyond that.
And then what comes next? After the giggle, it's this invisible dragon soaring over her roof.
Yeah. Amazing image. Or non-image, I suppose.
Exactly. And the key thing is, she couldn't see it. But, and this is important, she could feel the wind from its wings, and she could hear its joyful roars.
Tangible sensations.
Right. So it's not just in her head, is it? The source gives us these physical feelings tied to the unseen creation. What's the significance of that? The wind, the sounds, for something that isn't visually there.
That detail is just crucial, because it stops it from being purely imaginary, like just a daydream. The source seems to be suggesting that Nina's belief, her intention, kind of amplified by this weird brush.
Yeah.
It's so strong it actually affects reality. Even if the effect isn't visual, it's almost like her imagination, maybe combined with whatever magic is in the brush, becomes a kind of energy.
An energy that moves air, makes sound.
Exactly. It forces us, and Nina, to reconsider what real even means. Is it just what we see? Or is it more? It really points to that idea that what we believe, what we truly believe, can shape how we perceive things. And here, maybe, it literally shapes the world a little bit.
And Nina, once she gets a handle on this, she just runs with it. The source says she races outside, painting invisible pictures all over town.
She really leans in.
Totally. We're talking a trampoline apparently made of marshmallows.
Which sounds fun.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a hopscotch path that sings notes when you land on the squares.
Oh, I love that.
Me too. Even like a bouquet of bubbles, but invisible ones, for a lonely scarecrow.
Uh,
So this isn't just about her making unseen things for herself. It's like she's creating these whimsical, interactive experiences. What does all that activity tell us about the power she's found? Is it more than just fun?
I think what's really striking there is how quickly she goes from, private discovery in the attic to very public engagement.
Yeah, she doesn't hide it.
Not at all. She immediately starts sharing this magic, making the unseen somehow accessible, either through other senses, like the singing hopscotch, or just by inviting people to imagine along with her. The source uses these fantastic, specific, interactive examples, I think, to show that the value of this art isn't in looking at it.
Right.
It's in the joy it brings, the sense of wonder, the connection it creates between people. It's like she's inviting everyone else to join in just by believing.
But initially, the townsfolk, well, they're confused, which makes sense.
Understandably, there's nothing there.
Exactly, that's what they say. But the source says, slowly, little by little, they start to try. They start to try imagining. How does that shift happen from skepticism to actually joining in? What's the turning point?
Yeah, this part's really interesting because it tackles that social side of belief. It's not like, poof, suddenly everyone believes. The source seems to describe it as more gradual, like Nina's constant joy, her unwavering belief, plus maybe those little sensory hints she provides. It slowly chips away at their cynicism.
Maybe someone did feel a bit of warmth from an invisible bonfire she painted.
Perhaps. Or maybe someone else thought they heard a tiny melody from that singing hopscotch. The source seems to illustrate that once just a few people are willing to sort of suspend their disbelief and engage their own imagination, that spark just catches on. It becomes contagious.
It really highlights how art needs an audience willing to meet it halfway sometimes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The resonance isn't just in the thing itself, but in that willingness to engage, to believe along with it.
And the result is just beautiful, according to the source. Soon, the whole village is in on it, laughing, playing invisible violin duets.
Sipping tea with invisible cats in top hats.
Yes, it's this amazing collective leap of faith into imagination. They're turning the unseen into a shared reality together.
And Nina, seeing all this happen, she just grins. And she says the line that really sums it all up, the heart of this deep dive, I think. You don't always have to see art to feel it.
That simple sentence, it just captures everything, doesn't it? It completely reframes art, moves it beyond just the visual. It becomes experiential, rooted in feeling, in belief, in that shared imaginative space.
Yeah.
It really underscores that sometimes the most powerful creations aren't about what's physically there. It's about the intangible stuff, the joy, the connection, the sense of possibility that it sparks in people. Ultimately, the source seems to argue that maybe the greatest masterpieces are the ones that actually require participation from us, the audience. They invite us to believe, and by believing, we bring the art alive inside ourselves.
So, okay, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for us, for you listening? This deep dive into the invisible paintbrush, it feels like a reminder that imagination isn't just, kid stuff.
No, not at all. It's a really powerful force, almost magical. It can shape how we perceive things, maybe even shape our shared reality a bit. Art isn't just what we see with our eyes. It's profoundly about what we feel, what we choose to believe in, and what we dare to share with others.
Exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it really supports the idea that often the very first step towards creating something truly beautiful, something meaningful that resonates, it isn't just believing it's possible. It's having the courage to perceive and maybe even create beyond what's obvious, what's tangible, what everyone else sees immediately. Nina's simple line, you don't always have to see art to feel it. There's just so much wisdom packed into that unassuming truth.
It really resonates, yeah. The source leaves us with this incredible lesson. The greatest masterpieces might not need to be seen at all. They need to be felt, dreamed, believed into existence. Which leads to a question, I guess, for you, our listener. In your own life, what invisible masterpieces might be waiting for you to bring them to life, simply by letting yourself feel them, dream them, believe in them, even if nobody else can see them yet?